A man walks into a room full of strangers, shakes one hand, and 10 seconds later tells its owner that she's recently divorced, allergic to her own perfume, and lying to her boss about where she was on Tuesday. She goes pale. He smiles and says the most important sentence in this entire video: there's no such thing as psychics. That's Patrick Jane. He's a fictional conman, a fake psychic, and the most watched people reader in television history. And the trick he's doing is real. It has a name, a method, and 60 years of research behind it. Some of it genuine, some of it pure Hollywood. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which is which, and you'll be walking out with the real half. Quick file on the man. The Mentalist ran for 7 seasons, and its hero is a former stage psychic who made a fortune pretending to talk to the dead, until it cost him everything, and he turned the same toolkit toward catching killers instead. Here's what makes Jane different from every other television genius. The show tells you up front that his power is fake. He says it himself, constantly. No mind reading, no sixth sense, just observation, memory, and a con man's understanding of how people work. Which means that, unlike X-ray vision, his skill is theoretically learnable. Real mentalists exist, stage performers like Darren Brown, who open their shows by admitting the whole thing is technique. So the question isn't whether reading people is real, the question is how much of it you can actually have. The answer comes in 4 gears. Gear 1, thin slicing. In 1992, Harvard researchers Nalini Ambady and Robert Rosenthal showed people silent, 30-second clips of teachers they'd never met, no sound, just body language, and asked them to rate the teachers. Those snap ratings matched the evaluations of students who'd sat in the class for an entire semester. 30 seconds of muted video versus 4 months of Tuesdays. Your brain is running this software right now, constantly, for free. You just don't trust its output. A mentalist does, deliberately, and with error bars. Gear 2, the baseline. Here's the detail the show gets right that almost everyone misses. Jane never reads anyone straight away. He chats first. Weather, tea, nothing at all. It looks like charm. It's calibration. Because you cannot spot a lie, a nerve, or a hidden feeling as a thing. You can only spot it as a change. How fast does this person normally talk? Where do their eyes normally rest? What do their hands normally do? That's the baseline, and everything you read later is just a deviation from it. Interrogators are taught this. Negotiators are taught this. Skip it, and every read you make is a horoscope. And speaking of horoscopes, Gear 3, cold reading, the actual dark engine of mentalism. In 1949, a psychologist named Bertram Forer handed his students a personality profile written, supposedly, just for each of them and asked them to rate its accuracy. Average score, 4.3 out of 5. Then he revealed that every student had received the identical text, stitched together from newspaper astrology columns. You have a great need for others to like you. At times you're outgoing, at times reserved. Sound familiar? It should. It sounds like everyone. That's the Barnum effect. It means a reader can be vague, confident, and statistically likely, and your own brain will do the rest of the work, filling his blanks with your details, then crediting him with the accuracy. High probability guesses, plus confident delivery, plus your cooperative memory. That is the entire psychic industry in one sentence. Gear 4, the observation stack. Faces perform, they know they're being watched, so the professionals read the periphery instead. Hands, shoes, watch, phone. A callous ridge, a pale line where a ring used to be, gym shoes under a business suit, a shattered phone screen in a brand new case. None of it is proof of anything, all of it is probability. Jane's magic is mostly just refusing to look where you look. So, the stamp test. Thin slicing works. Baselining works. It's taught in interview rooms for a reason. Cold reading works, unfortunately, and we're coming to that. Trained observation works, slowly, like a muscle. Now the other stamp, reading a specific memory off someone's face. Hollywood. Detecting lies at a glance. Hollywood. And this one deserves a public correction. A meta-analysis of over 200 studies found that people can tell lies from truth about 54% of the time. That's a coin flip with static. Trained professionals do barely better. Mostly they're just more confident. Even micro-expressions, the real, documented, split-second facial leaks, turn out to be a shaky lie detector. The airport screening program built on the idea was famously shredded by government auditors. A micro-expression tells you a feeling flickered. It does not tell you why, and it definitely doesn't read out the sentence in someone's head. And 5-second hypnosis? Hollywood. deeply, profoundly Hollywood. Now, the honest part, because this channel has a rule about it, cold reading is not a party trick that occasionally goes wrong. It is the load-bearing wall of an industry that bills grieving people to hear from their dead. Every gear in this video, the Barnum statements, the confident guessing, the target filling in the blanks, is exactly how a fake medium works a widow. The show knows this. It's the entire origin story. Jane mocked a serial killer on live television while playing psychic, and his wife and daughter paid for the performance. The series is 7 seasons of a con man doing penance. So here's the line, drawn in ink. Reading people is a lockpick. The skill is neutral. The doors you open are not. Use it to understand the people in front of you. The moment you're using it to win against them, you've left this channel's syllabus and joined the people it warns about. And one more thing, the more you believe you can read minds, the worse you get at it. Overconfidence quietly eats accuracy. So here's the 60 seconds you keep. 5 moves, all real, all legal, all usable today. 1. Baseline before you read. The first 2 minutes of any conversation aren't small talk, they're calibration. Note their normal pace, their normal gestures, where their eyes park. 2. Read changes, not tells. Crossed arms mean nothing. Crossed arms that appear the moment you mention the budget, that means the budget. A tell is only ever a deviation under a specific stimulus. 3. Talk 30%, listen 70%, and learn to hold a silence. When someone finishes a sentence, wait 3 extra seconds. People can't stand a vacuum, and what they add to fill it is almost always the real material. 4. Hands and shoes over faces. The face knows it's on camera. The periphery forgets. 5. Guess in pencil, never in ink. Hold every read as a question, say it as a question, and update the second you're wrong. That last one is the entire difference between a sharp observer and a Barnum machine. Homework. 1 conversation today. Count the seconds of silence you can leave, then watch what walks into it. Patrick Jane reads people. Next on the syllabus, the man who reads everything else. The scratches on a watch, the mud on a boot, an entire biography in a hat, the original. How to think like Sherlock Holmes. Subscribe so it finds you. Steal the skill, skip the damage. See you in the next mind.